3 minutes past 8 on the 4th of June 2020, whatever year it is, doesn't matter. You're listening to this on the internet, wondering why I'm talking. But yeah, this is the day that the Lord has made. I have 3 people in my audience. The first show I had a lot more people, but I did offend them. I have this joke that I need to drop it, but I just can't help myself. So when you listen back, just listen. If you make it past episode 1, you will be here today. Because this will be like episode 3 or episode 6. These are hourly episodes, but I'm going to release them in 30-minute segments. So, and 4 people and 5 people. I like that. Listen, this is cool because you guys haven't seen me before. That guy is my biggest fan. When I sell out the O2, he's getting a front row seat. You guys would get like the mid row seats with like a bit of lighting. You know, I had 2 acts booked tonight to help me do the hour, but they both had their period today, this morning. Fine enough. You know, they both had migraines. But that's understandable because what I'm trying to do is going to make sense to you guys right now. See, I'm stuck in Norwich and I'm trying to get to the world without leaving Norwich. Hence this podcast. So you're about to see 1 hour of pure comedy. Some of the jokes you may have to... Actually, no, all of the jokes are all polished up. I did go through them with my mother. She did green light all of them today. It's alright. We'll get there. We're 2 seconds in. We haven't had a laugh, but I will get you in the next 30 seconds. Set up my camera phone, set up the recording. Everything is ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last comedy night standing. Yes. I am Nelson Gombakomba, the most positive comedian in the world, or one of top 10. I recently traveled to America because I'm trying to find the pocket of society that's going to be receptive to my style of comedy. And in America, they have a lot of crackheads. So that's something that we can build on. They have a lot of black people. That's something we can build on as well. A lot of Latinas. It's not like this place. I blame all my failures on Norwich, but I won't leave for some reason. So this podcast is a way of people listening in from wherever they are to get an idea of who I am. We're on the same page. I did have 2 acts booked tonight. They both dropped out. They lack faith. I don't. I believe you can entertain 5 people for an hour and reach maybe that. If we reach 1,000, that would be a really good, But if 500 people listen to this episode, that would be a success. So I start. You guys don't know me before. You don't know me yet, do you? That's alright. You've seen me before.
I have.
Oh God. I only perform when I need money. So where did you see me?
Well, I did more tonight, didn't it?
Tonight they had no faith in me. Tonight they panicked. To be fair, it's a rainy day, and because this hasn't started generating money, people are kind of like, oh, should we not? But I'm tired of not being famous, so my passion is what's gonna drive all of this. So where did you see me, man?
April Steakhouse. You did a comedy night there.
Yes, I did. The light was so bright. That's what I remember. I thought I was getting born again. I was like, wow. That's I wonder if that's how life starts, you know. Because I had a daughter some time ago, and she didn't open her eyes in the first few days. She used to be like, you know, one eye at a time, you know. So I tend to think, maybe that was a sign that was my rebirth at that gig. And you're an angel.
I am.
Okay, no, that's not funny. No, I'm just joking. So my name is Nelson Gombakomba Jr. the second. I always tell the ladies the name Nelson Gombakomba Jr. the second is the shortest thing about me. Never gets old. See, today I've compiled a list of Norwich conspiracy theories. You know, because this podcast is about the city as well. Do you know what's frustrating about Norwich? The most famous comedian is a fictional character. Alan Partridge or what. So my life goal is to compete with him. Because, you know, right now, if you Google comedian from Norwich, I don't even show up on that list. If you Google black comedian from Norwich, I'm one of the top results. Sometimes Google try to sneak in a few white people in there. Like, did you mean white comedian from Norwich? No, just as in case you like my stuff tonight. There's only 2 women in the crowd, so I can't make the joke that I usually do to follow up on that. Usually I would say, if any of the women enjoyed my set tonight, I'll be performing in the alleyway. But you all brought your husbands, so I am outnumbered. No joking about post-gig sex tonight. What do people do after the gig? You know, do you know what I do with these jokes, right? I listen to them carefully. And when I get home, you know, I record all my sets, and when I get home, I listen to them and craft them so that they sound better for an audience that's willing to pay me more money. So when you see me in a few months' time, all these jokes will be polished. There'll be a joke about Norwich conspiracy theories. Actually, one of my favorite conspiracy theories, one that I came up with myself, one that's very obvious to everyone in Norwich, is that the puppet man is a Russian spy. If you haven't figured that out already, you're missing out. It's like all that puppet that signals to his Russian handler, you know, he's reporting back. Oh! 5 people. We're gonna have fun tonight. We are 8 minutes in. Oh. All right, okay, fine. In Norfolk, when a company tells you that over here we are like a family, that's a trap. Don't fall for that. In Norwich, familytree.com is a dating website. In Norfolk, an after-sex selfie and a family portrait are the same thing. That's my mother, that's my father. I'm so glad this is going well. And the other comedians couldn't today. People are scared of failure in life, man. They think performing to 5 people is a failure. The true failure is giving the 5 people a bad show. Because right now, all I gotta worry about for the next hour is making sure you guys go home and remember how would I describe myself? I don't like to say Norwich #1 black comedian, although I am. Actually, it's like I'm competing with another guy who's technically mixed race, but I guess half of it. See, here's the thing about where my daughter is half black, half white. Now, I don't like to look at her as being half a race, because how can you be half a race? You know, I look at her as being fully black whilst also coincidentally being fully white. And as a fully black man, there are some fully black activities that I'd like to pass to my fully black daughter, like a fully black ass whooping, a fully black beating. Don't worry, she's only one. I haven't started beating her yet. I'm still deciding. The jury's still out on that. Do you have kids? Anybody got kids? You beat your kids?
I beat the bed and they bounce off it.
All right. How old are they?
Oh, 43.
Okay, so when did you start beating your kids, man?
I got grandchildren, I sort them out.
Oh, okay. All right, so I guess, I gotta wait till my daughter's a bit older. But the thing is, I'm still undecided. And guess what? This last week, I learned that Rishi Sunak wants to bring back national service. Here I am worrying about whether I should beat my kid or not. He wants to put a gun in her hand, send her to the bloody front line. I guess beating your kids is wrong. I don't want this podcast to be woke, so I'm gonna cancel that with a really dumb joke. The thing about comedy that most people don't get is that it's not meant to be too smart or too dumb. It's meant to be just in the middle. Like, I'll tell you something that I believe they should be teaching in schools. The pull-out method. I don't say that because I have a daughter that has nothing to do with that. When she grows up and listens to these episodes, I want you to know this had nothing to do with you, my dear. I loved you, I enjoyed every... Okay. But they really should teach the pull-out method, man. Because, I guess with only 3 men in the crowd, it gets awkward. But really, every man above the age of 14 knows when they're 2 strokes away. 2 strokes. And this is the difference between men, right? There's men that know they're 2 strokes away, and then they stop right there. They're the good man. They recycle. They pay their taxes. They go, oh, I'm 2 strokes away. And they pull out, cover their baby titties, lower back, stomach, and then they get the baby wipes. Do you know why baby wipes are called baby wipes? Because you use them to wipe the babies off your face. So, okay. My joke is over in this small crowd because the audience looks at each other. But we won't kill. You guys came. I told you I was. This is like the. Do you know what, right? I'm trying to find truth, right? And I feel that even though I've just decided that the one thing that I'm gonna have for the rest of life is passion, because you can't make up for things going wrong in life, man. You wake up, you breathe in that first breath, your lungs don't feel right. Like the older you get, you wake up, you open the post box, someone is chasing you for money. So adulting is just things go wrong every day. And so I found this attitude of just being positive and just just carrying on. So you guys are in for a treat tonight. And it's just 5 people. We're having fun. Actually, I forgot to finish the joke. So the first type of man knows that they're 2 strokes away. They're the good man. They pay their taxes. That's a good man. They get 2 strokes away, pull it out. Then there's a second type of man. They know they have 2 strokes left, but then they go for that extra stroke. Just 1 more stroke, they say. Going for that extra stroke is like waking up in the morning, turning your alarm off because you think you're awake. And you go to bed and you wake up, oh jeez, I'm late for work. That's what happens when you go for that extra stroke. It clouds your judgment. All right, okay. the laughs will be louder. I'll edit that part in. I also found out today that Norfolk water is poisoned from the 60s. Because I'm trying to find fun facts about Norwich because I have an obligation to tell more people about this place. Because believe it or not, right, I do shows in pockets of society that haven't even heard of Great Yarmouth. So, if you don't know Great Yarmouth, then you're not going to guess 50% of my set. Because it's making fun of Great Yarmouth in Ipswich. So, I have to do this podcast and raise awareness. Norfolk water is contaminated. In the 60s, as part of the Cold War, the Russians dropped some chemicals in the water. Now, I was born in 1991, so I don't know what happened 30 years before. But as I moved to Norwich in 2008, there's some stereotypes I started noticing that I just need extra. Is that incest thing real, by the way? Or is that just... Are you related? Because that can't be real. That's just made up. That's like... I have a sister and... Okay, no, I shouldn't even finish that statement. It's just... Alright. I lost myself in that one. But the incest thing can't be real, man. They started that because they hate you guys. We need to start, there's a lot more mixed race kids now running around because I moved to Norwich. But incest can't be a thing. I wonder how that started because that's really messed up. You guys laugh at those jokes, but all right, okay, when there's a bigger crowd, I will try that. Because I need to get to the bottom of why Norfolk is known as, because it's not right. I've seen the brothers in, okay, I'll stop digging deeper in that. Sometimes when you try out a joke, it's just like, because I feel like I asked a girl from Norfolk why she does not date any black guys. And she said it's because there aren't any in her family. Which is a fair point to take this. That's the last incest joke. Because the incest thing it really pisses me off how no one challenges it. The mayor of Norwich had to write a statement, like factually speaking. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. Forget the incest thing. But you know that one year in Norfolk, right, the first baby, because I always look at Norfolk news, right? I think it was either 2019 or 2020 when the first baby born on that new year was Chinese. And I thought they missed out a good opportunity to call the baby ding ding. Okay, that's messed up. That's the sound. Because the baby was born on New Year's Eve. So okay, that is messed up. It's not really, if you think about it, but I won't dig deeper in that. My mother had the opposite problem. This is a new joke altogether. My set is like a well-written sketch show. Constant scene changes. So picture this new scene. My mother had the opposite problem to the Queen. My mother actually wanted a black daughter-in-law. I remember my mother coming to me and going, "Nelson, where's my black daughter-in-law, Nelson? Where's my black daughter?" And she told me, "Where's my black daughter?" And I turned to her and say, "Mother, this is Norwich, baby. There's only like 7 black girls. I've dated 4. The 5th one is my sister, which I know is okay in Norfolk, but for me, that is where I draw the line. No incest." All right, okay. What else should I? Okay, I like to think that all the races are similar. I don't like to look at, because I'm stuck in this world where I can't go back to Zimbabwe. I just choose not to. They have too many problems there. Inflation, they also don't like people who make jokes about the government. And I make jokes about the Queen, so, so I will go back there one day. But, I feel like part of my life path is making this Norfolk existence sound all right. And I try to find similarities between people, but we are very different. I was hanging out with this girl this one time, right? She got this phone call, and then she started crying. I was like, who's dead? And then she's like, oh, my mom's dog died. And I knew we were different because of the way she was crying. It was like a person that died. But then I get it. You guys care about your dogs, man. And it's not... I'm back home, my dog was like, my dog was like the homeless guy that lies outside my shop. Like I give it food sometimes, tell it to go away when visitors are coming. That's just what we do to us. We don't kiss them on the mouth. We're not like nice and romantic. We're like, we treat our dogs like, hey, you're meant to bite the thieves. But over here, you guys treat dogs like their family. And that's good. That's good. I'm starting to take some of that in. Because sometimes I'll go to someone's house, right? And like British people do this, right? They talk to dogs like they're talking to other people. They have intellectual conversations with the dog. Like, hello, Roscoe. Would you like a biscuit? Oh, Roscoe, he said, it's so cold in here. Have you read the newspaper? Oh, Roscoe. And then they talk to me like I'm a little puppy. Like, Nelson, stop humping that thing over there. No. Very kind. Have you guys ever watched? You probably haven't. It's all right. I'll skip that part. I'm not going to do any linking jokes tonight. I'm going to just try to dig deeper into the human condition. And we're 22 minutes in. This is going to sound so good on the internet. One of the human observations I've made of late is that the difference between men and women is that men cheat at the start of a relationship, women cheat at the end of a relationship. Like I started finding this trend in celebrities where this woman will be married to like a rich, powerful guy, and then she cheats with like the bodyguard or the guy that just like spends time with her, which is messed up, because that's really the difference between men and women. When men cheat, we cheat at the start. But when women cheat, they wait till you're financially stable, wait till you got a whole family. Okay. It's an observation. Cheating jokes aren't the best, actually. They trigger something in people. Have I ever cheated? No. I've never cheated. I've tried to be honest with every woman I've ever been with. My wife is very hairy. I love her though. She's French. She's like hairy everywhere. 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 Except for eyebrows. That is where she draws the line. I like that. Look at us, guys. Having fun. See, I have this theory that if I've told you two things that are true, I'm allowed to lie about the third one. I call it the 66.6% rule. I tell you two truths, I'm allowed to lie, of course. I'm not perfect. You aren't either. You know, I tell you, I got a job. I got a house. Even though I don't have a car, I'll still say it's just because most women look for three things in a guy. They look for a job, a place to stay, and a car. Now, if you don't have one of those three, that's fine. Because if you have a job and if you have a car, you might live at your parents' house, but she doesn't need to know that. Just say, someone hangs up all these pictures. Just come in where you were, you know. But my mom is asleep. You're allowed to lie about the third one, you know. But I just also have to make this aware that, because most men actually adopt this rule without thinking. Sometimes you have two of the three, like a man who has a car, who has a house, but has no job. Those are called drug dealers. Stay away from them. Well, I'll lie about the third thing then. All right, okay. I'm at that age now where my coping mechanisms have started to become deadly, which is confusing really, because I'm like, damn, am I meant to live through this pain? Okay, that's too dark. I'm really trying to dig deeper. Because, my coping mechanisms have become deadly. Now I'm like, oh God. I'm 32 right now, right? And I, for some reason, I've started being very conscious of my age because my dad started having a receding hairline in his 40s. So I know I have like 10 more good years of this hairline, which is why I started braiding my hair because, I got 10 more good years of this. So, and I'm finding things out about human nature. Turning 33 this year, which is when the first episode of this podcast will come out, June 29th, on my 33rd birthday. I keep forgetting whether that's the year Jesus died or that's the year he was born. Sorry, that's the year he started. Well, I'm going to research that. But do you know that Jesus' whole run was only like 2 or 3 years? I've been doing stand-up comedy for 10. So, I got the next 3 years are very crucial in my life. I need to perform to a point where I'm known 2024 years later in humanity. That's the level. Because the thing is, you don't know how weaker you're getting. That's what's scary about life, man. Like sometimes when I breathe deeper, I feel bubbles. I hate saying that because the smokers start panicking. It's a sign that we shouldn't be doing what we enjoy to do. Also, talking about that, I've started having adverts for life insurance, and I hate that, but I also know I gotta have it because I have a little one. I have a daughter. But then I'm trying to find a policy that allows you to change your mind. So I guess I wasn't going to die before 60. Can I get some of that money back? All right, okay. I don't accept racism when it's not from non-British people. I can only accept racism from East Anglians because technically I did come to your country, I'll give you that. But with other countries like an Albanian guy commented blackie on my video. And I was like, why? I don't even want to go to your country, sir. This. That one is more of an observation. It's not a joke yet. I mean, racism is wrong. Don't do it. But in some situations, I understand. I'm like, okay, to be fair, I am fucking your women and I'm staying in Japan. I'm from a random girl like Ukraine. I haven't even been. Okay. All right. I recently walked in on a homeless couple having. This is how long I've been in the UK. I walked in on a homeless couple having. I shouldn't even say walked in because we were outside. I existed within the same realm of reality as this homeless couple that were having sex. And this is how British I've become. I was the one to apologize. I was like, oh, sorry, I should have been walking at this time of the day. Yeah. Mess. I woke back and I thought, damn, I wasn't the one in the wrong in this situation, but I'm adopting some of your ways. I like that. I live right next to the Norwich City Stadium. Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to go watch the matches. And I like to do something that no one else ever does in the country. I like to racially abuse all the white players. No one does anything. No one bets an eyelid. They just stand there awkwardly like, who brought this guy? I'm saying some real racist shit as well. Like, Pookie, go home! And I don't throw bananas, no. I throw Yorkshire puddings. Like, that's, we're having fun. We're 31 minutes in. Do you guys know about the Edinburgh Fringe?
Yeah.
This is what it's like. It's like you're performing to 5 people. So, if anything, I've never bothered to go to Edinburgh. So I'm gonna do this gig every two weeks. Even if no one turns up, man, I'm still gonna tell these jokes because I'm just at that stage now where I'm like, the most popular comedian in my city is a fictional character. What does that say about the real human beings? Might as well put AI in the top 3. It's like Alan Partridge, an AI comedian. Oh, I would hate that. I wonder what, okay, no, I'm not gonna, I didn't think that through. But next time you come, I'm gonna dig deeper into that AI stuff, you know. Okay, this was the point where I was meant to introduce the acts, because I've done a perfect 30 minutes. They were gonna do 2 10-minute sets and tell you 2 real stories, because one of the ways I'm marketing this night is because I want it to be the last comedy night standing. A comedy night dedicated to truth. The one human aspect that AI can recreate, or a fictional character. It has to be actual lived experiences. So I've gone ahead and written down 4 lived experiences that really happened that I'm going to share with you today. My first heartbreak was at 13. It was after sports. I was sat down with my friends and she broke up with me to be with my friend who was also set amongst, oh God, it was awkward. I still hate her till this time. We're 13, man. Like, oh, that bitch. Some of the things I never got over in life, actually. I hope she gets, okay, I'm not gonna say it. Wish her positive energy. My first racist encounter, I can't say the school I went to because people would narrow it down. But in 2008, I came to the UK, right? And I came in September, and there's this thing that you guys do called predicted grades. I was in 6th form, you know, and then I did English, literature, history, law, drama, which is a weird combination to start with. I'm a paralegal right now. I really love drama. I believe I should do acting. That's why I love this stuff. But I find myself doing law. I don't know what I was trying to do with that combination, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to be a dramatic lawyer. Your Honor, the only thing my client is guilty of is being sexy. Recreating murder scenes. That is how you got killed, bro. Guilty. That's what I wanted to do with that combination. So I did study English, and the first racist encounter, right, was that with these predicted grades, the teacher gave me an E without even assessing me. It was so messed up. I was like, and I had to go to my parents' home and be like, Mom, I'm really smart. There's no punchline to that, but that was one of my first racist encounters. My second racist encounter was in a care home, but that one is expected. They were quite old, so I actually let it slide. I think racism stops at 85. After that, it's just dementia, or, because after you're 85, you should be allowed to have a strong opinion about something. You've seen the world. You've whatever opinions you have are solid, because they've been reinforced for decades. 6 decades. Imagine believing something for 60 years. Like, oh, black people, just okay. Nice, okay. There was this one time I got caught smoking weed with 3 friends. This was one of my early days in the UK, and I panicked so much. One of my friends kept smoking because he's white. He's not scared of the police. He was just like, what did you say? And my other friend threw his joint in the bushes. I was the most naive one. I ate my joint. I panicked. I was like, oh, where is it? It's just, I don't regret that, but it's just, don't smoke weed, kids. Okay, this is another true story. My baby mama thought I was really strong at one point because I kept opening, those bottles of Budweiser that have the top screwed on. She thought I was just popping the lids, and I kept that going for. That's an inside joke that if she ever listens in to this podcast, she'll be like, he wasn't strong after all. Why did I have a kid with him? Okay. I had a joke about dick decisions, but I don't think it's appropriate anymore. It's more about this thing called post-nut clarity, where you make love and then your mind clears and then you realize, oh shit, I should have never done this. You're not doing that. It's dark material. I'm too scared to do it, in all honesty. There are women out there in the world who are into prisoners. It's a thing. There's women that write to prisoners telling them how, if you know any of these women, send them to me. Because I feel like this is a real thing. There's women that are into, it's a whole dating, it's not even a fetish. Women really do love bad boys, man. It's like murderers get love letters. Some of the world's worst serial killers have women lining up to. It makes society interesting, doesn't it? Because here you are trying to make yourself a perfect man, right? When you're growing up, you're in the playground, you get your first crush, you pluck up a flower, you go give it to her. She laughs at you in front of all her friends. You have your first heartbreak. Then later on you see her chasing like a boy who ignores her, who's rooted. That's human nature. Women regulate society. Because the behaviors that women reward are the behaviors that men go, there's a comedy podcast. I'm not going to murder anyone, I promise. But I just find it funny how some women are actually they travel to America to And here I am thinking, damn, I should have more baby mom. My mother wanted to do an arranged marriage. I was like, no, mom, I need an arranged baby mom. All right, okay. I'm sorry, that is messed up. There's only 5 people in the crowd, so that joke kills in South London, by the way. They're like, oh, bro, I get it, man. Arranged baby mom. So even though I seem like this sexy, confident alpha male, I too suffer from social anxiety, just like everyone else. And one of the tricks I like to impose on myself is I like to go into end summers, which is a sex job, really, for women, I think, or it seems to me. And I like to go in there and see how long I can last before it gets too uncomfortable. So far, my record is 4 minutes, 37 seconds. I go in there and like, the last thing you want to do when you're in end summers is seem like you don't know what you're doing. So I actually try out some of the song, like, oh, this one requires 2 hands. You know, the other day they caught me unaware though. One of the shop assistants came up to me and was like, oh, hello, sir. Oh, I'm really sorry. Did you need any help? And then I was like, oh, I panicked. I was like, I'm looking for a late Mother's Day gift. Needless to say, my mother has really enjoyed the Silver Rugby 5000. She hasn't left the room ever since. Thank you for coming, ma'am. I'm going to bring you to all my shows. Oh, I did that beating my kid thing. I'm still undecided, really. Because the thing is, I was beaten as a kid. Look how I turned out. An artist with 5 audience members. It's all right. Well, see, the thing is, right, I realize the stage that I'm at in life right now. I'm going through what's known as the crushing. Because for a grape to become wine, it needs to be crushed. So this is very humbling to me. But still, I've entertained you. I've even had evidence to record. You know, when I release this on the internet, people are going to be like, actually, that was actually quite all right, actually. 5 people, 1 comedian. Nelson is such a positive guy, isn't he? So I'm going through this period called the crushing. I just have to survive through it, man, because I'm going to have such a beautiful story. Like, you guys are going to say that we saw him when he had 5 audience now. Terry doesn't count. He's been it. Isn't it fancy? Do you know that my mom and dad have never seen me perform stand-up comedy? Because in our culture, this is not a real job. You're either a lawyer, a doctor, so if I have to do live at the Apollo, I'm going to bring them in. Be like, Mom, who's laughing now? Look at all these people here. Came to see me. You were wrong. I don't have a bad. I love my dad. We have a good relationship in the sense that we respect each other as men. Don't worry, sir. It's only like, whew, we're 44 minutes in. 44 minutes left. This is just the psychology part of the show. Me and my dad have like an understanding. We respect each other. It looks like I'm too old for him to tell me off, but I know that he's not pleased with all my life decisions. It's like, no, son. But now it's too awkward because I have a kid. I'm like, you want to see your granddaughter, don't you? Watch your words, Nelson Senior. Okay. That sounds bad, but I don't think he listens to this podcast. My dad is like, he's a weird. I feel like he kind of likes some of the stuff that I did, because every now and then, right, I'm still at that stage where I try to take as many opportunities as possible. So sometimes I do clean sets, because, you know, you gotta pretend to be clean. I don't really enjoy them, but the money is alright. And also, it seems like it gets it more fans, because, you know, swearing, but they're no fun. You can't make pull-out jokes on the BBC. Alright. But when I do those type of sets, my dad actually likes them and he listens. He's like, ooh, okay, wow. That was kind of right. You know, but that's not really me. The stuff that I enjoy is about beating my kid and going into end summers. 45 minutes, 44 seconds. That's been good. Are you guys gonna ask for your money back? Or ask me some questions then. No, actually, it's only 5 of you. You're fine. Yeah, you don't have to pretend. Yeah, we're better good. In 45 minutes, you can make love 4 times. It's a fun thing.
45 times.
45 minutes! See, the older I get, right, like, there was a time, man. 45 times, now it's like, okay, take some rest between. Like, what do you do in the 2-minute, 3-minute rest when you're recuperating? That's the worst small talk ever. My pillow talk is bad, because when I'm comfortable with the girl, man, I will reveal all the darkest secrets I have. I'm like, you know what, ma'am? I know who killed JFK on that night. All right. Okay, I know who was behind 9/11. I know. The sex makes you open up, which is not right, you know, because we get flawed. I'd like to feel this in an hour, but I feel like we're flowing. I like your tattoos. I want to have tattoos myself, but I want to have neck tattoos and hand tattoos, because that's the lightest part of my body. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, I've always thought, right, I've always wanted tattoos, but I always think, like, damn, when you're dark skinned, they don't really look good. You gotta squint to see. I don't want that. So, like, that's why I had a mixed race daughter, because I was really planning to have a son, because I had her on a full moon, which you think would produce a boy, but no. But I'm gonna get her all the tattoos she needs. Does anyone have any questions so far? This is really beautiful, man. Like, this is what I do. This is really what I do. And I'm just gonna take a picture. Actually, should I take a picture, man? There's only 5 of us. You guys don't want to be on the internet. Also, what does it prove? Yeah, it doesn't prove anything. You guys just tell your friends you attended this show. And now we're 48. We got 12. We've already gone through the toughest part of the show. This is just the final round of sex. We've already came 2 times. We both know we're going to see each other again. We could put on a 1-hour episode of Netflix. You know. I'm sorry, sir. Are you mother and son? So sorry for all the sexual material. I don't know what else. I get carried away. Did you see why my mom has never seen me come to stand up? You know, I really need to dig deeper into this clean comedy thing. It's just so hard, like clean I'll tell you something clean that happened to me recently. This is really weird. Like, I was in London, right? Minding my own business. And then there was this man, he had a tuxedo, an earpiece, he looked very official, sunglasses and everything. He kept following me everywhere. everywhere in life. He kept following me. And then he eventually caught up with me, and then he held me by the collar, and then he pushed me up against the wall, and then he took out his badge, and then he said, MI5. I looked at him and I said, no, you look a bit older, sir. You look like you're 55, 47. Alan Patrick just got his, I'm coming for you. When I first came to Norwich, I saw that sign, Nelson's County. You know, and I thought, no, but back then I didn't know. I thought, wow, Father. Like, one of my dad's options before he moved to the UK, right? One of my dad's options was to go to either Northern Ireland or Wales. That was the one situation where Norwich was the best case scenario. Because imagine me with an Irish accent. Oh, I can't even do accents, I hate it. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you today?
All that he did.
You know what's going on?
Not at all. I thought it was Cheshire.
Cheshire.
I thought it was chess night tonight. So
You are don't be disappointed. You came into a comedy night tonight, but don't worry, I have 9 minutes worth of material to do. We're on 51 minutes.
well, don't let me interrupt you, sir.
No, you're fine. If anything, you've added to the comedic aspect of the show.
He's a plant, isn't he?
I have never met that man before in my life. And if I have, what a shitty plan to come in 9 minutes before the end.
It's unclear whether fungi are actually plants.
That's really good. Can I use that in my podcast? It's unclear whether fungi are actually plants. That was my joke. Okay. I did proper jokes earlier on. Where are you from, sir?
Oh, I've been here for 30 years. You think they give me parole?
What?
I've been in Norwich for 30 years. You'd think they'd give me parole. Never mind.
Damn, I didn't hear what you said. I need subtitles. I don't speak what you're speaking, but I'm sure there's no chess night tonight. But it's fine. I got 7 more minutes worth of jokes.
Wake me up if I sleep.
Don't fall asleep, sir. I'm entertaining a whole crowd. I had jokes about. To be fair, you would have enjoyed my 2 strokes joke. Because there's a. That's alright. Thank you for coming to my show, man. Thank you for bringing your son to. How did that conversation even go? Hey, I saw this black comedian in Aco the other day. You'd enjoy it. Mom, are you talking about Nelson Gombakomba? Norwich #1 black comedian? Of course I'm gonna be there.
Pretty much.
Wow, thank you. Because the thing is, like, sometimes I can never really tell how well I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna be on live at the Apollo on June the 14th. Thank you.
Yay!
I'll be in the second row where you laughed. We got 6 laughs today. This is a podcast about passion, man. People don't believe in themselves. And I'm gonna do a podcast that shows that one guy entertaining people every 2 weeks for a burger. It's a really good burger in my defense. In the end, it's called the Norwich Soul Kitchen. And guess what? The guy is mixed race. But like I said, I don't like to look at someone as being half black, half, you know. So he's fully black side, he's doing the seasoning. The fully white side is doing the marketing. So it's a perfect combination. It cooks some good burgers, man. I was like, I'm not gonna cancel today just because 2 comedians had the period on. I'm gonna come entertain these lovely people, man. And look, we created an hour of content out of nothing. Oh, that's a cool picture of a black woman with the head scarf, as a chicken. So, I hate how some words mean black without meaning black. Like the word urban is very urban. It's got soul. I'm like, just call me the N-word, please, because that's messed up. All right. Nelson, that's good, that's good. We got 5 more minutes of this. Actually, announcing it makes it sound like I can't wait for you guys to leave. I do this for another hour. I genuinely love what I do, man, and I'm patient with it. I know that people are gonna buy it. I'm gonna start releasing episodes at the end of this month. There will be 30-minute episodes on a Saturday morning, so you can listen to it when you wake up, when you do your laundry, when you do your drugs. Because Saturday's drug day.
When you do your laundry in your sleep.
So stop talking about sleep, alright? Maybe that's why you came on the wrong night. Today's a Tuesday. What day do you think? So wake that man up. So I'm gonna do 30 minutes. Some weeks I will have guests, some weeks they will bail out, but you will always have comedy from the heart, because that's all I know, man. I was gonna travel to America and do this, but they got guns. And they are more racist. You guys are racist, but I can handle your level of racist. When you add guns to race, that's not a good look. And racist with a knife, I can run away. Racist with a gun? Oh shit. Somebody stop. What's up with America, man? How can you have 2 presidential candidates in diapers? Joe Biden died in 2014. Donald Trump just got convicted or some shit. It's so messed up, man. It's so messed up. When I was in America, one thing I did notice that was different from the Britain is that they have a lot more Latinos or Latinas or Latin people. Mexicans, as they call them. Yeah, I noticed that, but I wasn't there long enough to decide whether I liked them or not. I was very neutral. I also noticed that they have a lot of crackers. But again, I wasn't there long enough to decide whether I liked them or not. Very neutral in that. Yeah, that's no judgment. Now you're tuning in, you had crack. You're like, oh, you had me at crack. I'm just joking. Today's my chest night, but I've entertained you for how much? 7 seconds, right? We're almost done a full hour. When I release, actually, I should stop talking about that. You guys have bought into the idea now. When I release my ticket links, I'm gonna keep them cheap. This is a triumph for the city. If I succeed, we all succeed. And even if we don't, fuck it, we've had a really good time. Because you just have to chase your dreams, man. You just have to do that. You just have to come up on a Tuesday night in Norwich. 20 people bought tickets, 5 showed up. Should I make my tickets more expensive? I don't know. But nah, every time I'll deliver with passion and precision, like you just witnessed today. So before I finish, does anyone have a question? No. Ooh.
Why did you move to Norwich and not anywhere else in the UK?
So my dad had a job in the UK, and the other options were either Northern Ireland or Wales or Blackpool, which would have created a different set of jokes for me, I'll tell you that. But no, Norfolk was actually quite, and it was quite alright. I first heard of Norfolk in 2004 when they made the premiership.
Yay.
And just like everyone else, I called it Norwich.
Yeah.
And I came here and they're like, no, we say things differently. Cossy, Windham, Norwich. So that's how I'm here. But I'm gonna stay though. I am the pesky immigrant that they talk about. Okay. You're listening to the podcast. It's gonna be called Last Comedy Night Standing. Thank you very much for coming. It means a lot. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much.